Hi guys, it's album review time. We got Arkado and Open Sea. This is a Swedish band. It's their second album. It's coming out on Pride and Joy Music on the 23rd of February. In the band is Michael Skaffer on the drums, Krista Eggholm on the bass, Michael Svensson on the keys, Patrick Schward on the guitar, Tony Roffler on the guitar, Philip Lindstrand on vocals. This is a great album. Loads of variety on here, guys. So I've done a couple of reactions to these. Sometimes they fall into that 80s and also sort of modern AOR. It's sort of a great mixture. Then they've got some real heavier hard rock moments as well. Almost some 70s rock coming out in some of this. Very experimental, whether it's across the album or within a song. So, but don't let that put you off. Some people are like, oh, too much variety. That's not the case here. They always fall into the melodic rock AOR sort of territory, but veer off into other elements. When I was thinking about, like, you know, what does this band sound like? It, again, quite hard to pinpoint. I would say, you know, Queen elements, like I said, Foreigner, a bit of Survivor for sure, but it's quite hard to pinpoint them, which is always good because it makes them stand out and sound so original. This was written, produced and mixed by Michael Svensson, who does the synths, keys in this band. It's a great production. It's so clear and punchy. Guitars are quite high in the mix in some songs, more heavier. In some songs they're laid back a little bit more, and the synths sort of take charge a little bit more. But man, it really does sound cohesive in a band. There's no one really taking over. It's all about the songs. And this is one of the albums that I think will really keep me interested throughout the year. Lots to peel back in different songs. It's sort of catchy straight away, but there's so much to find in each song. Amazing album. Thank you to the band for sending me this early so I can review it. That really means a lot. So I'm gonna run through my favourite tracks on this album. It's like a minute and a half intro where waves are crashing and there's some symphonic elements, and a guitar solo sort of gets you set for the first track, which is Open Sea. Synths and vocals start, and then sort of heavy guitars crashing, and this is the first time you notice like the outstanding mix on this album. So bright and punchy, like I said. This is AOR, but on a really grand scale. Almost cinematic melodic rock, I would say. Almost like a more melodic Avantasia on this song. A huge start to the album, and like I said, synths play a big part on this first opening track. Next track I want to talk about is Running Through the Night. This sort of has strong Toto vibes for me, as there's a brilliant sort of stop-start riff, just grooves its way through the verses. Almost Toto in their isolation period, I would say. A huge uplifting chorus, follow the excellent verses. Also, what this band excel at is super sweet backing vocals throughout, and especially in this song as they weave in and out of the beautiful melodies. Next track I want to talk about is I Gave My Heart. Swirling synths again, and a great classic riff kick this track off. This feels more like a more straightforward than the first couple of tracks, more like straightforward AOR track, as the melodies just hit so hard. Guitars are sort of always high in the mix though, as the brilliant production lets the whole band breathe. Again, I'm reminded of Toto in parts of this when I hear some AOR proggy elements coming through here and there. Next track is You Make Me Feel. You make me feel so good again, like an everlasting friend. This is a single. I reacted to this one. An amazing track that has a strong 80s vibe for me. Survivor influences through this track, especially in the bridge to the chorus and the chorus itself. It's perfect soundtrack stuff. You could hear, like, I don't know, in a Top Gun movie or something like that. The synths are just used perfectly alongside the guitars in a song that is so catchy and memorable. Amazing song. Next track I want to talk about is Rising High. We're getting stronger now, moving closer to the end, standing on solid ground. This was another single. The band upped the ante as they hit hard in the verses of an almost 80s metal riff. No stone is left unturned though in this, as they hit the full AOR sound that they're so good at, with another smooth chorus. It's a brilliant mix of that heaviness and melody at the same time. The bridge to the chorus is strangely my favourite part of the track. You usually don't choose bridges, do you, as the favourite, but I absolutely love every part of the song though. The next track I want to talk about is Her Mother's Lullaby. The theatrical side of the band returns like it did in the first couple of tracks, I would say, as the shades of Queen and more maybe classic Foreigner. There is so much variety on this album, but it's all in that, like I said, in that melodic rock genre. This track has a proper 70s feel as well, a cool and very different sounding song. Unchain the Night is the next track I want to talk about. It's not the Dokken one, but obviously the title might seem familiar. A harder, rockier track where the guitar is up front most of the track. Some cool modern synth work sort of swirls around in another catchy chorus. The hook is coming mainly from that catchy synth as well melody that has a real sort of European feel, I would say. Like Something Heaven Sent is the next track I want to talk about. It's another guitar heavy track with those synths working their way into your head in a more 80s type feel this time. The chorus is massive as we get a stop-start riff, and this song wouldn't be out of place, again, like in a film, like a Rocky film or something like that. Next track I want to talk about is Show the Light Again, a Journey-esque ballad where we get piano and smooth vocal delivery. Piano sort of is the leading instrument here until we reach a great heartfelt solo and some sort of choir-like backing vocals to end this cool ballad. So guys, this one's definitely worth picking up. Arkado and Open Sea. Remember, it's out on Pride and Joy Music on February the 23rd. If you're a little bit unsure, listen to the two singles on YouTube, You Make Me Feel and Rising Higher. They're amazing, they really are. Get this one, guys, you won't be disappointed. I'll see you soon.